Welcome. We're so happy that you're taking the first step towards becoming a resource foster and adoptive family in Virginia. This orientation video will help you understand what it means to be a foster and adoptive parent and how you can make a difference in a child's life. Our goal is to give you a clear picture of what foster care involves and an overview of what to expect as you consider becoming a resource family. You've already taken a big step by watching this video, and we want to make sure you have what you need to make the best decision. During our time together, we will talk about the children in Virginia that need families, the types of resource families, basic requirements to become a resource family, and details about the approval process. Foster care is a safe, temporary support for children who can't live with their families right now. Foster care helps children work towards going back to their families or towards living with relatives or being adopted if they're unable to return home. Local Department of Social Services, or LDSS, lead these efforts and partner with the child's family, resource families, and community providers to meet each child's unique needs. In Virginia, there are over 4,800 children ages 0 to 17 in foster care. Children enter foster care for reasons like physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, not having enough food, care, or supervision, or their parents are struggling with addiction or mental health challenges. Some children enter care because their parents are in jail, their parents died, or they were abandoned. Sometimes children enter care due to behavioral challenges that make it unsafe for them to remain in their home. Children in foster care experience different placement types. Foster and adoptive families, which are considered regular homes or special homes for children with extra needs. Kinship families, when a relative or close family friend is the caregiver. Or group homes and residential centers, which is for children who need more support and structure. The local Department of Social Services, or LDSS, is a special team in your community that help children and families. If a home isn't safe, the LDSS will work with the child and family to support a transition back home. If children can't go back to their family, the LDSS helps them live with relatives or get adopted so they have a forever family. The LDSS also trains and supports the resource families caring for the children in foster care. There are four main types of resource families. Kinship means family or close friends. Sometimes kids stay with grandparents, aunts, uncles, or family friends. It helps them stay connected to people they know and love. Foster families take care of kids for a short time when their parents can't. The goal is usually to help kids go back home when it's safe. They provide support, food, and a safe place to live. Adoptive families become the child's forever family. When kids can't go back to their parents, adoption gives them a permanent home. These families promise to care for the child for life. Respite families give short breaks to families. For example, if a family needs to handle an emergency, a child can stay with the respite family for a weekend. It's like being a helpful backup caregiver. All of these families must be approved as a foster and adoptive family and are duly licensed to foster and adopt children. This means that if you are approved as a foster parent, you are also approved as an adoptive parent. There are special requirements families have to meet to make sure kids are safe. We will talk about those requirements later in the video. Now let's talk about the children in Virginia who need families to care for them. Remember earlier I said there are over 4,800 children in foster care? Well, right now, there are about 3,900 children living in a family setting. That might sound like a lot, but it's not enough. Virginia still needs more foster and adoptive families. Why? Because children in foster care come from all different ages and backgrounds. Many of them have gone through tough times. That means they need families who are patient, caring, and ready to support them. By becoming a foster and adoptive resource family, you can give a child a safe home and a chance to feel loved and secure. Let's look at some of the children who really need foster and adoptive families. We know that all children need a family, but there are specific ones that need someone to care for them. First, there are youth who need a kinship family. Virginia is prioritizing children living with their relatives or close family friends so they can stay connected to people they know. Next, older youth ages 13 to 17. Teens need families too. They need support as they grow and prepare for the future. Then, there are youth stepping down from higher levels of care. These children have been in places like group homes or residential care and now need a family setting. There's also sibling groups. It's important for siblings to stay together, and we need families who can help them do that. And finally, children who have a goal of adoption but don't have an adoptive home yet. These kids are waiting for a forever family. All of these children need caring families who can give them love, stability, and support. We think it's important for you to hear from families who have already made the decision to become a resource family. Let's hear from one of them.
You guys have had quite a journey. Tell me, what was that first conversation like?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I met our foster teen in my classroom. So I'd known her for a couple years. My coworker came to me and said, "Do you want to foster somebody?" So she didn't have a place to live and she needs somewhere to go pretty quickly.
I remember it was Friday at, I had a nice chill morning set up at work, and Amanda calls and she's like, "Hey, you don't have to answer right now, but can we foster a kid?" And I'm like, "What?"
So, when you consider bringing someone into your home, it's nice to have some knowledge of that person before you jump into something for the first time. I knew what kind of person she was. I knew generally like her personality. I think, what we've found is that it's really about being that supportive environment that teenagers need.
So her daughter was 7 at the time. We kind of came at it as like, how you've always wanted a brother or sister, right? So, we had to navigate that. But it was really just for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It was like once our foster teen was here, she was already part of the family. It was like, let's go do this and have fun. People say that you're never really ready to have a kid. Being ready is not a feeling, it's a decision. When we built this house, our foster teen's room was a guest room.
Yeah.
Now it's a person's room.
A person's life. We have this conception in our society that we should be pursuing happiness, but happiness is not a valuable pursuit. If you can find the purpose in having someone in your home, it really helps you to find that happiness for yourself as well. So.
Resource families are more than caregivers. They're important members of a professional team that supports children and families. This means working closely with your LDSS in a partnership. Think of it as a co-parenting partnership. You may be asked to participate in court hearings and family partnership meetings, or FPMs, to help make decisions about the child's care. Resource families also work towards the goals in the Child Service Plan, which could include reunification with their family, legal custody, or adoption. One of the most important responsibilities is supporting the goal of reunification whenever possible, because the first priority is helping children return safely to their families. By providing a safe, loving home and working as a part of the team, you make a lasting difference in a child's life. As a resource family, you have important rights that help you care for the child in your home and work as part of the team. You have the right to be notified of court hearings and scheduled meetings about the child in your care. This helps you stay informed and involved. You have the right to be considered a member of the professional team that supports the child and family. Your voice matters in planning and decisions. You have the right to be provided with available information about the child in your care. This includes details that help you meet the child's needs. These rights ensure you can give the best care possible and work together with others for the child's well-being. Talk to your LDSS to learn about your rights as a resource family. Resource families are never alone. There is support and resources to help you care for the child in your home. A worker from the LDSS will visit you and the child regularly. These visits give you extra help and answer your questions. Your agency can help with childcare so you can work or take care of other responsibilities. You'll receive money to help with the child's needs. This includes a monthly room and board payment and money for the child's clothing based on their age. The child in your care will have health insurance to cover doctor visits and medical needs. You will get training to learn new skills and feel confident caring for children. Respite care is available to give you a short break when you need it. This helps you recharge. Some agencies offer support groups where resource families can share experiences and get advice from each other. Next, we will look at the steps to become a foster and adoptive resource family. Now we'll talk about what you need to do to get approved. You can be single or partner, a homeowner or renter, have kids of your own, or none at all. But there are a few things that you must have. To be a resource parent, you must be at least 18 years old. You'll need a physical exam and a tuberculosis screening. This makes sure you're healthy and ready to care for children. You and all adults in your home must have background checks. This includes fingerprint and child protective services checks. If you lived in another state, you'll need out-of-state checks too. It's very important to be honest about anything that might show up on your background checks. The results can affect if your home is approved. You'll take training classes to learn how to care for children and support their needs. These classes help you feel prepared. The Mutual Family Assessment, or MFA, is the part of the process when your family and LDSS worker get together to learn about you, your family, and your home environment. You will learn more about training and the MFA later in the video. Remember, you are never alone in this process. Your LDSS will guide you through every step. If you have questions, talk to them. The Faster Families Highway was established to help people who are interested in becoming a resource family get started. It's very easy. All you have to do is create an account and set up a profile. This will get you connected quickly to the LDSS that will support you with taking steps to determine your readiness to foster. To register, just go to fosterva.dss.virginia.gov. An orientation session, also known as information meeting, will help you learn about foster care. It's a meeting where you get important information about what foster parenting involves and what to expect. Most LDSSs have an orientation session and can be held as a group or individual meeting. During orientation, the LDSS will tell you more about the requirements to become a resource family and what to expect. The orientation is also a great time for you to ask general questions and questions about LDSS practices so you can decide if it will be the right fit for you. Before we move on, let's hear from another family who began their journey by attending an orientation session.
Take me back to that first conversation.
We were driving somewhere. We were on 95 North. I don't know where we were going, but I was like, I saw on my phone there was I don't know, like an information meeting or something going to be at the library that we lived near. And I was like, let's just go to the information meeting. It's not starting the classes, it's just the information meeting. I talked Neil into taking the training and just seeing what it was like.
She's a saint.
And
Along for the ride.
it's been 4 years, I guess, that we've been fostering, so.
It's turned out really well.
Yes.
We had 2 biological kids, and it's a little bit more dynamic. I mean, you have to just be open to understanding that.
I think it's important to involve them in the decision, like make sure that they feel like they're being heard in their opinions. And I mean, they think like kids, obviously, but I think that they're like curious, like, well, can we play this or can we hang out and do this? Like, they think more on their terms, like what works for them. Like, are they gonna eat my candy kind of thing? Like,
Yeah.
are they gonna be in my space, or we get to have our own?
It really hasn't changed anything in the house. I was scared that it was gonna change the dynamic of the house, and again, it's all about adapting. Everybody's adapted well, and it's very fulfilling. You just appreciate the little moments when they're out in the backyard all playing together and laughing and cutting up, and they do that quite a bit now. But I think they're mostly gonna follow whatever examples set by the parents.
This is showing our kids how to love people from all backgrounds and with different challenges.
Sometimes it might be some of us might be scared of doing it and have anxiety about what could go wrong with it. But there's a lot that can go right with it. It's been amazing just to grow the ability to just love just another human, that you just met.
Training is an important part of becoming a resource family. It helps you learn how to care for children who have experienced tough situations. In Virginia, resource families must complete 18 hours of classroom training, which can be in person or through an online platform, plus approximately 8 hours of additional homework during the series. Treatment resource families, or those that care for children with extra needs, must have additional hours of training. Your LDSS may have other required trainings for you to complete. If you are a two-parent household, both parents must complete the training classes. This makes sure everyone is prepared to care for the child. Even though you may already have experience caring for children, parenting children in foster care is very different. Training teaches you how trauma affects children, how to support emotional and behavioral needs, and how to work with the child's team and follow the care plan. Training is also another way to help you and the LDSS decide if being a resource family is right for you. The mutual family assessment is a two-way process between your family and the LDSS. It's a good way for you and the LDSS to see if you're ready to be a caregiver for children in foster care. First, your home will be checked to make sure it's safe and meets the requirements. This includes things like having enough space, making sure you have working smoke detectors, and looking at where you store medications and cleaning supplies. The mutual family assessment process also helps the LDSS get to know you and your family, even your pets. You and your family will have interviews with the LDSS worker. These conversations help us learn about your family's routines, strengths, and how you plan to care for a child. What we learn about your family will be used to create a written summary. Think of it as a profile for your LDSS to learn about you, your family, and home environment, and to decide if you can be approved as a foster and adoptive family. After the mutual family assessment process, the LDSS will make a decision about your approval as a foster and adoptive family. Here's what happens next. If you're approved, you'll receive official notification from your LDSS. This means you're ready to welcome children into your home. If you're not approved, you will be told why. You also have the right to appeal the decision. The LDSS will explain how to start the appeal process. Once you're approved, you must keep your approval active. This means completing ongoing trainings, keeping your home safe, and updating background checks when required. Maintaining approval ensures you can continue caring for children. The approval process is designed to make sure every child has a safe and loving home. If you have questions, talk to your LDSS. How long does it take to become a resource family? The answer is, it depends. The timeline can vary based on how quickly you and your agency complete these steps. Attending the orientation session, completing your training classes, turning in your paperwork, and completing your home visits. Some families finish in a few months, while others take longer. The faster you complete your requirements, the sooner you can welcome a child into your home. If you want to adopt a child in foster care, here's what you need to know. Many children in foster care need permanent families. Adoption happens when the court decides the child cannot return to their birth family. At that point, adoption gives the child a forever home. First, you will go through the same steps as becoming a foster parent: training, paperwork, and a home assessment. This makes sure you are ready to care for a child safely. There are some adoption specific requirements and steps you will then have to take. Your LDSS will guide you through that process and explain what to expect. Adopting a child from foster care is a big commitment, but it's also a chance to give a child stability, love, and a permanent family. You can also support children in foster care by being a respite caregiver. Respite families help with providing short breaks to other families. Even though respite families help for a short period of time, it is still important for you to understand the needs of the children that you will care for. Respite families follow the same requirements to become approved resource families. Thank you for taking the time to watch this orientation video and learn more about becoming a resource family. By opening your heart and home, you can make a lasting difference in a child's life. If you're ready to take the next step or have questions, create an account on Faster Families Highway or contact your LDSS. They are here to guide you through the process and can answer any questions you might have. Together, we can give children the safety, love, and stability they deserve.